Welcome to Open Minds, Open Mic, the place to be on a Friday night. We have a special delight for you. All of us, Open Mic, end of the year, last show of the year. Next Friday, we got Cozzy Coz coming up. Looking forward to that. Yeah. We're gonna start off. We're gonna do things a little differently tonight because Alex is sleepy and we all want to hear Alex's poems. So Alex is gonna go before me, and then we'll get into round one. So Alex, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, we greatly appreciate it.
Okay, so let me explain. The poem is a reference to Emma Stone, the actress, and she was her new movie is Poor Things, and I did take a look at parts of it on YouTube. So I wrote a poem called Soulful Stone because her performance in La La Land inspired me to be the poet that I am. Walls like a barricade, along with an accusation, can create a tirade across any given nation. But the forgiven could result in a stone reverting back to a heart and soothe the soul in a world that is truly whole. So let go of anger and rage and instead set a stage, for William Shakespeare was correct when he wrote how all people are players with roles to perform, and being willing to defy the norm could even result in reformation, so that setting oneself free from guilt and shame could lead to newfound possibilities in which anything has a name, as sweet and as pleasant as a romantic rose. So let resentment go and finally be free to enjoy a new life in a new world that defines reality. Thank you.
Beautiful. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for Alex Fong.
Woo! Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Love that. Love it. Thank you.
I love your pieces. I love how inspired you get by movies and stuff because movies really shape who I am. I love movies, and so I love all the references from that. Um, I didn't prepare anything for tonight, so I'm just gonna read what I wrote last year for the new year. It's called Another Soul Revolution, SOL. Another one. Rotation around the sun, Mother One. Inspiration found, I'm done with this year. Nearing my dreams, becoming clear within reach. Incoming, sincerely I preach, into a new reality I breach. Trying to be the best of me. Prying things from the rest of me. Blessed in peace to all my mind. Longer accepts her needs. Stronger depths of feet. Walker who bless the streets. Talker to those who need. My flows grow wiser, nicer. Pull down the visor. Full renown, none higher. Bullshit not, I'm no liar. Cockpit hot, I'm so flyer. Locksmith got the keys to go higher. My New Year's resolution? To find my true evolution in fusion with my higher self.
Woo! Yeah, Thomas, that was great. That was from last year. Good.
Yeah,
Yes.
Good. Yeah,
Beautiful,
that's
man.
good.
Perfect. Perfect. Word. Word.
all right. So coming up next on the list, we got Terri Rose. Terri, if you can unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I'd appreciate it.
Hello. Hi. I have verklempt here. Horrible. Horrible. Anyway, I'm going to read some. I don't know if I read this in here before, but I'm going to read it anyway. My sister asked me on this trip if I ever discuss my need to take care of people when I'm in therapy. I say there's nothing wrong with taking care of people as long as you make time for self-care. I said, learn to say no. No is a full sentence. It has been a lifelong battle saying no and sticking to it. Being in recovery, I've learned to say no for 17 years now. No to alcohol, no to drugs. There are people who don't understand what the harm is. These people have not come to terms with being an alcoholic or a person who doesn't realize that they are addicted to what they say is legal now. They still think it's a choice. I say just because it's legal doesn't mean it's good for you. I still think of alcohol as something that has been legal since the repealing laws of prohibition, but never has been without problems. We have rights to be happy, and there was a time when I could not imagine myself being happy without it. I learned that was a lie. It was being told to me by my addiction. If you are bound to it, then you're a slave to it. Breaking the chains is not easy, but also not impossible. There are people who care enough to help us. I am one. And there are 24-hour meetings filled with others whose sole mission is to help us get sober. The holidays are here, and our friends and family will be drinking. We do not have to. They will still love us, perhaps even more after understanding how hard it is to maintain recovery in a world that glorifies it so much. Please reach out to someone, check into treatment, or start by going to a meeting.
Yeah.
That's my public service announcement.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for Terri Rose.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I spend most of my life having problems
Wonderful
saying no.
message, Terry. Thank you.
Thank you
I
very much.
spend most of my
That's
life pleasing
beautiful.
people.
Love it.
No is a full
And
sentence. Just remember that.
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Definitely, definitely. All right, so coming up next on the list, we've got the host of, well, I guess part host, right? It's not because you guys aren't doing co-host. How would be the synergy host? Yeah, the synergetic host to Catalyst.
Synergetic host.
Yeah, this, the Magus Gustav Sallas. You could unmute yourself and bless us with some words. I'd appreciate it, brother.
I will do just that, my friend. Thomas Catalyst, greetings, beloved poets, everyone. Hi and happy new year. I'm excited to be here. I have two poems, but first I want to ask Whisper Poet if she could unmute real quick and tell me if I can do Slumlord, her poem.
Absolutely. I wrote that poem for and about you. It was originally supposed to be a collab. So, honey, take it away.
Okay. So first I'm going to do a short piece called Multiverse Mirror. I've done here before, I believe, but I love it. I have to share about the time I did window pane LSD and looked in the mirror to see me. My past, present, future all melted with my face. A singularity opened up in its place. Total oneness in time and space. Thoughts all vanished without a trace. Visions of existence, multidimensional. Whatever it wasn't conventional. And just like that, it disappeared. A hallucination, just something weird that happened one day long ago. I promise to never forget it, though. The feeling's hard to maintain, a magic trick of the brain. Every time I do hallucinogens now, the feeling returns, that forever wow, vast openness of all things, a multiverse of superstrings. And this poem is a cover by Whisper Poet, who wrote this for me and about my current situation. It's called Slumlord. Slumlord, with a greasy smile in his greasy mitts, grabbing their dollars while he keeps them in pigsty pits, with leaking roofs and peeling paint, creeping mold, carpet foul and dank. Fix a lock, fix a light, fix the cracked window and the sagging floors. Extortionist asshole, crooked piece of shit, profiting on others' suffering. Shelter should be safety, but it can't be when it's risky to arm wrestle with rodents for control of the TV. You shouldn't have to tip through trash to get to the promised land, but the rats will come to collect their due, and they can talk to the hand and choke on their refuse, throwing spitballs and shitballs, the toilets overflowing, playing pool in a shit hall. You have to get going and use the law. You can't mock it. 8-ball in the corner pocket with a 5-day sandwich clogging the docket because the judge could not give a shit. Let the rats chew his hem if his robes don't fit. Make him listen. You have to make him pay attention to the hostile environment of where you're living. The slumlord wins when he's allowed to live down to the expectations of a clean, safe home. Have to hold him accountable, and your pen is your sword. Like an iron chef, you slice and dice and make that motherfucker play nice and play by the rules. Let the rat sleep left to the trap, and the slumlord corrects himself. It's your home. It's your home. Hold him at pen point to make it safe to exist in your space. And when the dues are due to be paid, make him pay in repairs and give you grace. Thank you. Thank you, Brandy.
Yeah, yo,
Whisper
everybody
Poet.
unmute and give it up for Whisper Poet and
Hell yeah.
Magus.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That was perfect, man. Awesome. Awesome, man.
Love it.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Mm.
That was so dope, so dope. All right. Yeah, it sucks you have to deal with that, but hopefully in February, right? Things will change. Yeah, you ain't got to deal with that much later. So.
Yeah, I should be moving in February, so things will change. But there's a pineapple that is rotting out. He just left it there to rot, and there are bugs all over it. It's disgusting. I cannot describe how bad it is here. Andy's trying to raise my rent.
Pay more for this shit.
Mm.
Yeah, make the pineapple pay rent. It's been there long enough. Fed. All right, coming up next, we have someone who I might start charging rent just to be here, although he has generously donated on many occasions, so he does pay rent. He's my spiritual advisor, my brother. We all know him and love him. Lantern Carrier, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I'd appreciate it.
Thank you, my good brother, and your soulmates, and all my poet family in the house. Season's greetings, happy holidays, and 2024, which for me has already started. I'll do a poem on that in a moment. This piece is called Spark of the Beloved. I am a tiny spark, a firefly, longing to rediscover the great light of the one within. I have no home in this dunya, no faith, only a constant journey, taking me to that sweet realm of rhapsody from which I descended. I have come from the land of 1 trillion stars and even more moons and galaxies, emerging from a sweet emptiness of not this, not that. I am a speechless wonder. I do not proselytize, no. I am just a tiny spark striving to bring forth the eternal glow that lies within. I speak of the quest of love's longing to dance its eternal music in this field of unholy righteousness, to give praise to the highest and manifest its light, only to realize true struggle and finally manifest its name. Behold your SUN, this valley of innumerable suns, constellations, and galaxies. I am a soul bird yearning to fly, longing to free myself from this cage of chains that binds me to this transient world of gross desires. This is my stage here. I have come from the protagonist, played the various roles of actors and agonists, hoping to one day win the great game of chess, to escape from this maze of labyrinths, to find my way home, to return to my beloved one. That was poem 1. Now I shall do renewal. Renewal. Kindness sometimes take a hit from the cold-hearted, just because, like a strong oak, unyielding against tornadoes, it makes significant contributions to love. I carry within me a greater fire than the ones I see outside myself, but the spirit of a birthless presence cannot be trapped in shadows. It is all a matter of growth, of progress, renewal. Learning lessons of transformation takes time, even as night for the lonely may feel endless, until the dawn once again glistens with the lustrous sunlight. Sharp knives of regret may seem never-ending, but a soul embraced by love's light eventually sheds its cobwebs of remorse. Joy lies in our sorrows, even as the victory of progress lies in our defeats. Diversity dances in the night, even as it does in daylight. Love's mystery ultimately makes way for the butterfly, breaking free from its cocoon, even as the soil ultimately yields with the blessings of the gardener, rain and sunlight, to a bounteous harvest. This moment I see dark clouds above, but doesn't the healing rays of the sun eventually bring solace to my heart? 2023 has shown me many challenges. True, many a wail have I heard, and an ocean of prayers have ascended into paradise. Very sad for many. Yet I remember when some threw me to hungry lions in an arena, trees in tears as I dangled, and the dogs barking beneath. Since my nights were dark for eons, why then is love still burning in my heart? Evolution is movement, progress, which, alas, do not come without challenges. Love ultimately conquers, yet it creates roses woven from thorns. The way of the Christ has been shown by sacrifice, yet it gave us the love of seers and great souls, even as man's unconquerable spirit brought us the joys of science, aviation, and technology. Everything ultimately changes, and love sometimes gives me lemons before it compensates with the succulence of mangoes. Winter can be bitterly cold, but we eventually cherish the radiance of sunflowers, the sentiments of daffodils and roses, as well as the darling buds of May. The mother in labor pushes through pain, but her joy becomes unbounded when the child emerges and cries. Summer fills my heart with solace, then fades into a fall, cascading the splendor of magenta leaves. This eventually gives way to winter's charm. I am a soul transforming impediments to find my way home. This means that my greed, ego, lust, anger, attachments, and more must be transcended. For my inner kingdom is full of light, and renewal is one of the tools of love emerging through ignorance to assist me on this journey. I give thanks for another year in this illustrious journey. London Carrier, thank you.
Oh man. Catalyst said, I feel nourished. And that is the best way I think to describe your poetry is nourishing. Everybody
Wow.
unmute yourselves and
Yeah.
give it up for
Absolutely.
Lenten Carrier.
You're a poet who says beautiful things beautifully. Like for real.
Indeed. Profound, but it's never just the words. It's always so deep and profound,
Yes.
full of
Yes.
meaning. Like
Yes.
it's not just a bunch of like I've heard poets who use just a bunch of pretty words, and that's not this. You are profound, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan.
You have an elegance of thought that is truly stunning. It's just amazing to listen to. Thank you for your words.
Thank you so much.
Beautifully put. Elegance of thoughts. That's awesome.
Elegance of thoughts.
You're like a guy that it's all darkness out there, but you're up front with a lantern carrying it somewhere. I don't know where I got that from.
Well, that's why he's lantern carrier.
You know, like Elemental said last night, that's another line, you know, that's another bar, you know.
Hey, Magus, we should feature this guy, huh?
Oh, right.
You make the clocks and the calendars cry. That's what I said. I love that.
That was the line, yes, yes.
I want to follow you to the tea house of my dreams.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
hot.
we love you so much, Lantern. We love you so much.
Mr. Poet, you said something about dreams. I thought it was very sweet. I didn't get the full line. What did you say?
I said I want to follow you to the tea house of my dreams.
Oh, wow. Wow. I'm glad I asked you for a repeat. Beautiful. It's
What a
muy
beautiful
amable. You
song.
guys are very kind.
Yes, we are kind.
Yeah.
And Mr. Bear is a nice bear.
Yes, he is. All right. Thank you so much for that, Lantern. I love you. All the blessings and love moving into this next year. Coming up next, so we've got Cece Arshagra. Cece, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some art, I would appreciate it.
Okay. All right, here goes. This was chosen because of the earlier request. Mama got to get some sleep, so this is Calm Down.
Oh, we gonna put mama to sleep.
We're gonna do this one here. If you want to hear the one from last night, I'm sure they posted it on the thing there. Here and now is when and where I observe my own mind. Here and now is when and where I observe my own mind. Here and now is where and when and when and where I observe my own mind. And I calm down. I calm down. I calm down. I calm down. I care for the sight of love is blind. My heart takes a rest and I sigh. And Shakespeare is the name of my dog. It's a true story, my dog's Shakespeare. And I'm grateful I feel home here and now. Even when I'm not seen, even when I'm not heard, even when I am alone inside the wind, as I share my alone with my peace of mind. As I catch my wild thoughts with a choice to calm them down. As the wars all around me survive just to die. I'm grateful, I feel home. Here and now. Here and now is when and where I observe my own mind. Here and now is where and when I observe my own mind. Here and now is where and when and when and where I observe
Take a breath.
my own
Take a
mind.
breath. How long?
And I calm down. I calm down. I calm down. I calm down. Then everything true hits a wall. Then everything large discovers it's small. And everything out there is really only within. Then here comes fear's reasons to never trust love as one. But here and now is when and where I observe my own mind. Here and now is where and when I observe my own mind. Here and now is where and when and when and where and when I observe. And I calm down. I calm down. I calm down. I calm. Sweet dreams.
I'm out. Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful, Susie. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. And boy, was that beautiful. I am
Sissy, have you
calm.
performed with Alexandra?
Alexandra?
Yeah,
Where's
the
you
graphic
mean
artist.
where?
The graphic artist, the graphic designer. She puts a lot of graphic on screens and then recite poetry.
Have I performed too with her? She's got an open
Yeah.
mic.
She used to have a husband playing the guitar and stuff. And then
I've heard her work.
and Henry Lohman came in later on. But
A flying series.
I think you'd do a great collab.
Oh, have I performed with her? No.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
like
He's
yeah,
saying you would do a good collab.
All right, so yeah,
I know the international thing that I did. I couldn't have pulled off the first one last April without her. She played a major role. She's a friend of mine, but I never done a collab with her. But I've been
Oh,
supporting her since she started that graphic novel idea. Yeah, she's
yeah.
amazing
She's a
work.
little shy. You must suggest it to her one day. Oh, I can
Go
do it on
ahead.
your behalf.
It doesn't hurt when it comes from other people and comes back. I love that.
Okay,
I
I'll
love
talk
when
to
the
her.
world. It's one thing to put yourself out there. It's another thing to have the world lift you up, which is why this whole thing started, because you guys made me do it.
And we're
But I
glad
called the recording guy, and I'm going to be going into a studio in 24 to start
Oh,
recording them. Well, I want to make the sheet music. I'm still stubborn. I only want to do the sheet music and then make a little, raw CD thing, and then say, hey, somebody else cover this. But here's the sheet. I want to publish.
you're
I don't
very
want
gifted. Go ahead, do it. You're very gifted.
Well,
I'll
thank you
buy
very
one.
much. Everyone here is gifted. Are you kidding me? I'm in a sea of gifts over here. You guys are all beautiful.
Definitely, definitely.
Thank you.
I'm excited to hear that CD. I love so many of your music. One of my favorites. And I know you're not a musician. Tell me this, then how are you one of my favorite musicians if you're not a musician?
I love it.
How does that happen?
Divine Imperfections. That's a song I wrote a long time ago.
Exactly, yeah.
Divine
Hey man, just lean into the awkwardness,
There you go.
Be a
There you go.
walking
Don't tell a baby it can't swim.
walking contradiction. Yeah. All right, thank you so much, CC. We love you. Good night, Mama. I hope that was enough to put you to bed by time. But stay with us. Keep it on, and you'll just have to pass out, and your battery will die. And
Well, Catalyst could turn it into a little video and send her the MP3. She's got skills.
oh yeah, we got that.
Wow. Beautiful.
Definitely. Thank you
Good
so
night.
much.
I love you all.
love
Okay,
you too,
sweet
Mama.
dreams. You'll get some rest. It's got some words in there. You listen to them.
All right, so coming up next, we got Prince P. Giddy Jr. Prince P, if you can unmute yourself and bless us with some words, brother, I would greatly appreciate it.
Tonight I will have two poems. Heart of gold at times to share with others, yet I'm stubborn. Basically, unmoved like stoic gargoyles and tethered trees. And so reserved to my space, hate strictures that read like scripture or Bibles. Follow faith from within. Cascading cascades of the Northwest in my background. Watching myself back down to lust of luscious lips and booty calls. Love a thick ass like it's my weekly deposit. Paying my bills and frills. Attention to detail, to the inscrutable. Scatological language lingers in my ears. The air of words encircles me. I'm deemed a scribe. How else can I describe myself in this frame of a body? Let's read time with the mother. Reading books from established code talkers with words. Trying to roam like Rome. Roaming gods to be attacked. Tick for tack. Wading in turbulent waters like a ship off at sea. You see? I need sturdy ground to hold me down. So I use poetry to freely express the emotions in my mind. That's the first one. And the next one's called The Day I Became a Firework. Firework hang like ornaments, sparkle like stars scattered across the tangerine orange sky. So bright, I wish I could jump high. Whenever I get down, I go round and round in my mind, overly overthinking, you can say. Thoughts are like fireworks, explosive in my gray sky over mine. Do this all while standing upright, staring right into the void by the calm waters where human assistance is void. In a world full of invictives, I'd rather be alone. Explosive eyes of the cosmos, the sun and the moon are beacons of day and light, are beacons of day and night, both constellations because of their shapes. Beside them are the tiny beside them are the tiny, fierce fireworks surrounding them. When I become that firework, I will burn for an eternity. Then I will be admired by others, inspire others to be fierce fireworks in the cosmos. In the poem.
Yo, Principe, both of those pieces were mind-blowing, like a firework. Everybody unmute yourself and give it up for Principe Kitty Jr.
Yeah, woohoo, Principe. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Word. Awesome.
Right on.
Yeah, thank you so much for those pieces, man. You getting so good at writing it. Oh, thank you for coming through like every Friday too. Like you've been here for like a year now, man, and I love you. And it's a new year. Like it's gonna be a good year. We love you. All right, coming up next, we've got someone who shows up every once in a while, and we wish they showed up more. Harlequin. I don't know if you guys have seen this man's like word poetry, but it's amazing. He like draws like outlines of like creatures or shit. Like seeing the background there, yeah. Like he creates like these visual like yeah, like he'll write a poem about a dolphin. It's like in the shape of a dolphin, right? Like it's yeah, the textures and the thickness and the fonts, like it's amazing. Parquillian, again, my wife and I absolutely love your art. Thank you so much. Or Parquillian, I'm sorry. Um, yeah, thank you for being here. If you could bless us with some words, I'd appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much. Glad you like my art. Yeah, that's my world word wave made out of the words for wave in 380 languages. So let's read a couple poems here. This first one, these are a couple from recent poetry games, including the other night. This is dedicated to my father, whose 100th birthday was yesterday, or would have been, and my partner, whose reason I can be here tonight is because she's out of town, getting back in tomorrow. So this is based on borrow a word or line from 5 different poems by 5 different poets, including E. E. Cummings, Ocean Vuong, among others. All in the light of the silver dawn, my lover's eyes were both blue and green. Hand in hand, were we young enough to change from such a long journey, where we were transferred to another world we'd never seen. I was born on the Ides of July. My father was born 100 years ago today. I in a city beside a wide river, he in the shadow of a prophetic lake, where an eagle on a cactus devoured a snake. Not sure what, if anything, that means. My lover was born with an incomplete spine, and I still melt when she calls my name. And then, let's see here. And then from previous poetry games, prompt was to write a dinosaur love poem. Old feathers lay upon the ground. Beneath these ancient trees, I found them as I wandered a dappled path, with living birds flying all around. Their wings a beauty to behold. It takes me back to days of old when I had dreams within my mind of finding treasure rarer than gold, and wandered out here amid the sticks. If I could pull from a bag of tricks, a historical site I'd love to see, the ancient Archaeopteryx. So that's a poem about the Archaeopteryx. And thank you very much.
Dappled path. Everybody unmute yourself. Give it up for Parquillian.
Beautiful,
Yeah, that's
beautiful,
gorgeous
beautiful.
work. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, gorgeous work.
Very nice.
Parquillian.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know we want your art like everywhere. Like if I would love it if you could even turn some of my poetry into art. Like if I could send you a poem that I would write, like if you could, that would be just amazing. That would be a cool collab.
I do commissions. I haven't been getting enough. Having trouble paying the rent. But if anybody wants to give me a commission or buy canvas prints of my artwork, it's all available. Just give me a message. I'll send you links and everything.
Excellent. Yes. Everyone support that art because it is so good. Also support this next poet we have coming up. Yeah, Sophia, how things been doing? You've been doing so good. The book's been coming out. How you doing? You can bless us with some words. I'd appreciate
Yeah, book 4 is coming out early next year, which is right around the corner. So yeah, I'm excited. So I'll read an excerpt from that tonight. Give you all another little taste of the book. So it's one epic long poem. It's titled "If My Hands Were Birds," a poem. And bear with me, my voice, been fighting this virus thing, but I'm doing better since Monday. So this is an excerpt I decided on, and about ready. Okay. I encountered a screeching little bird bouncing about in the shadows, in the brambles, in and out of sunlight, next to a miniature Buddha statue, obviously not a replica of the Statue of Liberty, as freedom was taken away from me, as the latter statue is a bullshit fraud anyways, yet such innocence that winged creature contained, not a sign from the heavens, but throughout this chaos, my spirit could recognize such importance in a bird that weighed in grams. But this was far beyond the tangible realm, even though I was looking outwards instead of inwards, taking in a part of nature. Maybe there was a way out of this mind maze. I then stared at my hands, wishing without blowing on a dry dandelion flower that, what if my hands could transform into birds and instantly could travel across space to her, my mother figure? But the reality was too real, lack of human touch. Yet what was touching me was lost and found, neglected in a plastic bag in the basement, a graphic t-shirt of an oversized Air Jordan shoe, part blue, part black, again sheer white, unlike the non-existent clouds overhead. If my tears could fly and not just suspend gravity, but upend gravity, the reverse of rainfall, freedom of water and salt. Please, I hope to cleanse me from this sorrow, but instead I put up a subconscious stop sign in my mind. Don't drop, don't fall. Instead, take the charge, because I had already fallen so far. To witness downward motion would have broken me further, but maybe that was why some people were attracted to waterfalls, a rush, a release, like an orgasm. I was scared of my tears, falling, unable to take flight. The key to flying hadn't been discovered, only having learning ways as to not be dying, as she would bang the labeled keys on the piano to the sorrowful song, The Scientist by Coldplay. Practicing for whom, I wondered. Maybe it should have been the song Fix You. This house had a chill each time, but she would get fed up with her progress, only getting 1/3 of the way through every damn time in a house full of people needing to mend, not a rock band, but everyone here was disbanded from each other, so loud, just the piano weeping through each note as I made a mental note to try not to believe I'm broken, though even someone who should have cared for me once told me disappointedly, Sophia, you're the only one who can fix yourself. She devastated me years ago when she made that dig at me vividly. I can remember we were standing in the old cold garage face to face, as if that was fact, as if it were truth, as if it was the only way out. But truthfully, it takes a village. This was one-sidedness, and I walked away in silence. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yo, unmute yourself and give it up for Sophia.
Oh, Sophia.
That was awesome.
Sophia.
Damn.
I love
Wow.
Putting it down.
Wow. Amazingly spectacular, mind-blowing, breathtaking, unbelievable. Wow. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
I want that book. I was like, yo, imagine
Mm.
having like the audio version of the book, even if you just record it in like bits, right? Because and then like, oh, I would just love to dance because I rave, right, with my hands. So like, I would love just to turn my hands into birds over your poetry, with some cool background like lights or something. Like, I don't know, it'd be dope.
Yeah, you did something special, I think, with this one here
Yeah,
because it's in your first
Mm.
book, but it's your story. It has a confessional side to it. But when I first heard it, you sounded like you were describing all of my childhood dreams because I used to fly a
right?
lot in
Like,
dreams. So I got a lot out of that. And then yet that wasn't where the poem was coming from. But what you did with the writing is you wrote it through you and for you, but you also wrote it for someone else. So I think it's going to do the work of poetry, which is a really hard thing to write through yourself, about yourself, and then put it out there and be
and have other
vulnerable. But
people
to have the
relate to
work
it.
in the end to actually do something for someone else
Mm.
behind you going through the same thing is a threshold that not a lot of poets make. And I think that poem's right on the cusp, so it belongs in your first book. So
Thank you.
congrats.
Yeah. This is my forthcoming book. It's gonna be my fourth book.
Oh, your
But
fourth
this
book.
but this is my I tried something new. I'm always innovating. So this is my first time at an epic long poem. So this is just a tiny portion. The epic poem is 115 pages. Kept the
150 pages.
momentum going, and I have section breaks of pictures I took, and I reverted them to black and white because it takes place in the past tense, so I want to get that nostalgic kind of past tense feeling. But it's one epic long poem, and I was inspired by Ross Gay's book, Beholding. He did an epic poem, and I'm like, I'm going to take a chance, and I think this subject matter can fit an epic poem, and let's go for it. So anyways, thanks for listening, and I
That's
hope to share
just a piece of the journey then.
a
Yeah,
tiny
a
sliver.
tiny piece of an epic. Dude, there's one poem. Thank you
Wow.
So
so much,
thanks for
Sophia.
listening. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it.
I heard fourth and fifth, first, not fourth. Sorry about that.
Now she's been doing this. She's been doing good. We love you, Sophia. Thank you for coming through tonight and reading that section. I want that book. I want to read it. Oh, it's amazing. Coming
Soon.
up, yeah. Coming up next. Actually, and coming up next Friday. Not only here, but next Friday we gonna start the new year with my homeboy Cosmic Cozzy Coz. I'm so excited. He gonna do the entire alphabet poem in its entirety, which is gonna be a feat to behold. You don't want to miss it. Like, it's the event of the year. Kazi, if you could unmute yourself and bless me with some words, bless us all with all types of rhymes and everything you got, I'd appreciate it, man.
No doubt. Hello. Thank you for that intro, my man. Thank you. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody is good. The last show of the year. Yes, I am so very excited for next Friday, man. It's beyond words. That's all I'm like thinking about. But yeah, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity, man. For tonight, what I thought I would spit this piece, and I actually spit it yesterday for the first time at New Eureka, so some may have heard it. But I don't think most of y'all have. But in any case, this one is titled, actually I titled it today, because I didn't title it yesterday. I titled it Living in a Dream. I'm living in a dream, one from which I hope to awaken, a dark nightmare I hope to survive. But if in this dream my life happens to be taken, still I'll know that I'm very much alive. Energy itself has lost a lot of power from its physical exertion in trying to make me weak. Nonetheless, my residual stamina shall be made manifest just enough to enable me to speak. 1 + 1 usually equals 2. When it doesn't, something just don't add up. It is with that simplistic of a logic that I live my life. I believe everything I don't see. My truth is my tribulation. Many lies throughout time have been more true than so many of the truths ever told. Most people thirst for value while I hunger for worth. They roam the heavens while I remain under the earth. Who do you see when you look at me? I see you when I look in the mirror, for you are a reflection of me. We are now face to face. So stare into the eyes of my soul so that you can hear the song that my spirit sings. In the blink of an eye, an entire life could be lived, so I wouldn't even wink, for we are only on here but for a split second. Our scars reveal the idle hands of time's convalescing sands, as clocks chronologically watch our wounds while they heal. The trials of our errors divide the line between a fluke and the constant pursuit of our endeavors. They truly are the truths which should be truthfully treasured, as facial waterfalls flow with cascading tears while travailing life's taxing terrains, eventually crashing down into the climactic zeniths of the abysmal chasms which deeply house the in-depth introspections of our profound catharses. But in the presence of my existential evanescence, my essence evanesces to my heart's predestination, vulnerably subject to anathematic infiltration, forcing the alienating absquatulation of my celestially terrestrial animation. I represent the unpresented representations of unrepresented presentations, which presently present these unprecedented predications, which I present to y'all with no hesitation. And I do this out of respectful dedication to the all in all, which is the edification I walk in when I walk the talk I talk in. I'm writing while I'm fighting in these trenches of war, like a literary Nazi playing Risk and Yahtzee on a Monopoly board, at risk of being played by this monopoly of Nazis. Yahtzee! The cusp is on the verge of the brink's edge, on the precipice of precariousness, with an emphasis on the various non-hilariously nefarious premises of biases and prejudice, like a Tyrannosaurus Pegasus with no Rex for Oedipus, or a non-commenced Genesis, or an enemy's nemesis, concealed in the cracks and fissures of the yet-to-be-revealed crevices, trying to grasp the gravity of the rapidly collapsing calamity of family, which is absolutely no hilarity. We're so far, far away from the dock of the bay of the topic of the day. So say, can you see the thoughts intrusively permeating through the pervasive osmosis, nefariously convoluting inadvertent circumstances to further perpetuate our negative prognosis? Because I have cords that need to be severed as I wearily weather the weather on this road to my endearing endeavor. I'm the breeze in the wind. So when you breathe, realize that you're breathing me in. Like your prodigal next of kin, I'm him. Thank you.
Fucking Cozzy Coz, yo, I love you, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
What the fuck? on. Give it up
Thank
for
you. Thank
Cozzy
you.
Yes, you
Coz.
are.
Thank
Love
you
you,
so
Cozzy
much.
You're
Coz.
inimitable, man.
Thank
You're
you. Love
inimitable.
y'all, man.
Yeah. Fucking brilliant.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah. I love y'all so much, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Word.
you, man. Let's go in, poet. Oh, Nemo just came through.
That was amazing. That was so amazing that Nemo spawned.
Yeah, you just spawned a Nemo with that. You summoned Nemo with those words somehow.
Yes, 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 yes.
You spit the dopest poem and Nemo just appears into the
Thank you.
room.
So, my job is done.
Yay, yay!
My job is done.
Yay, yay!
Yeah,
All
word.
right. We gonna keep this thing going. Coming up next, we have Whisper Poet, who, by the way, that cover that Gustav read, yo, what? That was so dope. That was so dope.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, if you
Hells
could
yeah.
unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I'd appreciate it.
So I got to bust y'all bubble because when I was on the phone, I don't know if y'all saw me on the phone. I was like talking to Nemo. I was like, get your hindquarters in here.
Oh no, can I just pretend that it was Cozzy that summoned him in by a dope poem? Like that, like Cozzy spits fire and just boof, Nemo pops up. Can you just let me have it?
So I gotta give some credit because I have been on some Instagrams late at night till like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. with the Magus, with Nemo, with CP Mays, and just listening to everybody being so inspired. And I have just been, my pen has just been like doing its thing. It's like auto writing. It's like I'll just attach to it like, oh shit, hang on, It's kind of like, I don't even know. So I'm very excited about what's going on. I'm going to read you 2 new pieces. And I was very happy to read that for Magus because he was very down and unhappy. And I saw him smiling when he read that other one. So that was really cool. So, all right. New shit new. I am 53 years old and another birthday looms on the horizon. I wish Father Time was corruptible. I would bribe him with chocolate truffles filled with scratch-off tickets and a humility pie with a crust of hubris. But these are delicacies only the gods can conjure, and I am at the whim of the vagaries of his mood. I just hope my birthday falls on the week before he has his divorce mediation. Rumor has it that his ex-wife wants the Times Square apartment, and he's bound to be out of patience. I know I can't unwind his clock ticker, and I can feel time slipping inexorably into the future. I'm on a conveyor belt to the launch pad of my existence, but I got no steering as I rocket down the boulevard of broken dreams to the intersection of the road to hell. They recently repaved that with the good intention stuff, and I got a bad case of road rash. I tumble into the karmatologist's office, somewhat battered and bruised for the appointment to evaluate my life, but I'm in luck because Groupon had a coupon for 50% off liposuction. I'm sorry. Is it bad if you laugh at your own joke?
Good. I loved it too.
All right. So this next one, this was a prompt that I was given. And after I wrote this, it was so cathartic. I realized that I needed this to come out of me. The prompt was carve your name into my bones. And this poem is called To the Bone. I remember when we first spoke. Isn't it odd how you never know when you first meet someone that they are going to become necessary? Necessary. The language we spoke was our own dictionary that we wrote together, an exploration that captured my imagination in a way that I could never have imagined. You made me laugh. You shone on me with the sun of your heart. You wanted me, every part of me, and your desire made me feel vulnerable and beautiful and right. So right, a right like I had never felt before, only imagined it in concept. The reality of the intensity of your desire for me unleashed the inner me that was buried too deep for anyone else to free me but you. I was made of your sunshine, gossamer light floating on a bubble of happiness found in the unlikeliest of places. And the more I knew, the more I wanted, hungered for you in a visceral way that transformed my body into living flame. Eyes darker, lips redder, hair softer in the grip of your hand. You unleashed me. So shy at first, I needed you to teach me the language of my body and mind. You are the only one who could reach me. There were places that have names in anatomy books that you claim, like geography, and I wanted you to look at me and tell me I was yours in a way that proclaimed to the universe there was nothing stronger than you and me. I never wanted to be free. I just needed to be with you for all eternity and perpetuity. You were everything in my eyes, like a Y chromosome annuity. I needed you like oxygen. You were my sin, but goddamn, you were my zen. And there is no going back. Your love virus invaded every cell of my being and rewrote my story. In beautiful allegory, I was reborn. And with every birth comes the promise of a new life. And I thought I would always have you beside me. I breathed you. I bled you. I drank you into me like a starving desert wants to drink the ocean. And when you loved my body, you made me sing and cry. You set me on fire. I didn't ask why, it just was. And it wasn't making love, it was more. You made me whole. You fucked me in my heart and my soul. I cannot be without you. I don't know how to do this alone, but I always have hope for your return. And your soul will always know how to find me because I carved your name into my bones. Whisper.
God damn.
Yo, unmute and give it up for Whisper Poet. What?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, that was ridiculously amazing. You fucked me in my heart. So, yo, what?
I carved you into my bones. Fuck yeah.
Wow.
Holy shit, Whisper, you stepped
So
up on
cool.
that one.
You right,
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And that was a prompt that was given to me. I can't take credit for that last line, but when I wrote to it, I needed to write that. Like that was fate. That prompt being given to me was fate.
You know,
yeah.
If you don't do that, you can't let it meet you and you meet it. And that's the only way through. Doesn't matter what it says or what you did or what it does, but the next thing you write, you'll be able to because of that courage.
Yeah.
You got it. You got to go
You're
through
given the
that.
key
You're not
more than just a
you
prompt.
know,
You're given the key.
the idea of love and fucking and all that good stuff and owning and wanting somebody and having them and not losing them. If you don't go through that, there's another level of love on the other side of that door that's hard to get to unless you do what you did. It's not an easy thing I just said, but that's you're in a room full of deep motherfuckers. Good work is what I'm saying.
Wow.
And it was hot. It was damn good and hot. It was really good.
We love it. Yeah.
Be careful now. Put up some walls now. You don't want to put up a narcissist come here flag.
All right, thank you so much. Coming up next, so we've got Generalissimo. Generalissimo, I missed you, brother. I ain't seen you in a minute. If you could bless us with some words, I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Thomas. This is a brand new poem. This is the first time it's ever been heard, so it's a little rough around the edges. This poem was born of afterbirth from a dream. A Lazarus pit, which was once a pearlescent ocean of human being fear, people who look in the mirror, eyes wide open, pretending to be blind while witnessing everything they never wanted to see about themselves. They lie about the color of their irises as if flowers can choose what colors their petals will display. Before the days of dating apps when people had to describe who they were as if life was a poem and a want ad wedged between jobs and real estate, who were painting that smelled of burning paraffin, all factory senses with verbal pheromones like I like longs on the beach. The premise of many early rom-coms and a few suspense thrillers. Before the days of keyboards and laptops, people would construct these messages with pen and paper, often editing and re-editing like a crazed poet, submitting the same poem to multiple journals and getting rejected and rejected and rejected. This was before people walked into a business in a strip mall to make a video in front of a fake background to verbalize what they might write in a personal ad. Now, with their face and new clothes from a recent raid of a TJ Maxx front and center, the script for such a screenplay should be rife with what they feel they can get away with saying, which would likely be a fantasy version of their existence for an audience of strangers who wrote and performed their own Oscar-worthy masterpieces and paid too much money to the people paying rent for the strip mall storefronts with hope for an afternoon at a coffee house, which might lead to dinner at a bistro, which might lead to how about a nightcap or your place or mine, or oops, it's the morning after. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? More lies are sleep wiped from eyes, and decisions hastily made, and potential wasted, and tears rolling down cheeks, dripping into bathroom sinks before a single tooth is brushed, and the rush of water exiting the faucet sounds like a waterfall crashing upon psyches. Everything swirls down the drain pipe through the water system, spilling into somewhere unknown like a Lazarus pit of everything and anything and nothingness. We stand at the edge, deciding to dip a toe into something that might help us achieve something that might resemble immortality. The end.
My goodness.
Hell yeah.
Everybody
That
unmute
was
yourself and give it up for
amazing.
Generalissimo.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
Wow.
We love
Wow.
your
Wow.
storytelling.
Yeah.
We really love your storytelling.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. Word.
Should I stay or should I go now?
Yeah, I really appreciate the sort of the I felt like sort of a purposeful use of like sort of dry language. Like I wrote down construct a message and verbalize. It's like this very terrifying poem, but it's like this understated. I feel like you're sort of giving us this, it's like provided in this way that sort of something about it, the way it's like sort of holding back or something, it makes it more
And
incredible to me.
delivery as well.
Mm.
You know,
It's
and
like
the,
it's
Yeah.
attached
it is,
apocalypse.
it's,
Mm.
You know,
Yeah,
kind of
Interesting.
it's
Well,
like
it was one of the one times that you wake up from the dream and then you try to read I read it into the recorder on my phone, and it comes out into something that I can put down on paper that doesn't sound like gobbledygook. Yeah.
Mm.
nice.
Mm.
yeah, that was sick. I really like that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, man. Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right, coming up next, we got Zach. Welcome back. Welcome home. I'm excited to hear what you got for us tonight, man. We love you, brother. I'm so glad you found this space. And yeah, if you can unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I'd appreciate it.
It's good to be back. Thank you, everybody, for having me. I got a couple for you. First, I'll start off with I did a Cyclops poem inspired by you from the last time I was here. It's still, I'm gonna want to play with it some more. It's still pretty rough. And do like editing, what have you, but this is what I got right now. Rhythmically writing rituals. Tonight, I cherish solitude, bearing fruit in time, with defined soliloquies being tenderized into night. Delighted in its capsized might, this is its bright shine. High dive while keeping in mind filth left behind. Tonight, I cherish solitude, bearing fruit in time. There's this quick little guy.
Hey, see, I
Oh,
love doing the Cyclops poems, man. I think something about that structure really pulls out your creativity, and it's because you have to use, words that only use one eye only, and like you crushed it. That was dope, man. That was
Thank
cool.
you. Thank you. I got one more for you. It's another shoal guy. I tend to use brevity, I guess you can say. I don't really go too long with a lot of my poems. Just one more chemical dump, fleeing infinitely from feelings of fireflies, chasing the darkness, shooting up the ladder to sobriety, termites of time left teeth like a sidewalk, tiptoeing around the cracks. Lightning bolt cravings shock my system. The taste lingered for years, leaving my body with perfect vibrato. Perpetual earthquake in my hands, and the reasoning revving up my internal reverend. A powder-filled soapbox propped him up. I'm ready to put on a white suit and wave my whole body. My knuckles scream, don't give up. Not now. Please, God, slap some jumper cables on my nipples and justify this electricity.
Wow, so
Oh,
fucking
wow, what
dope,
the
man.
fuck?
Everybody hungry. Give it up for Zach.
This real? What?
What was
What?
the line
Dude,
about
that
the
was
vibrato
stupid. Wow.
again? What was the vibrato line again, please?
Leaving my body with perfect vibrato. I can give you the.
That was I love that line.
Yeah, the taste lingered for years, leaving my body with perfect vibrato.
And the delivery too,
Yeah.
with the natural
I can
vibrato in
recall.
his voice too.
Yeah.
That was
Excellent.
amazing, man. Beautiful, beautiful
Most excellent.
Like I said,
I don't know
welcome
why.
back, welcome
I want to loan you
home.
some jumper cables. I don't know why.
Yeah, right. To explain this electricity, that line there too is bro, Zach.
Thank you,
It
thank
was
you.
dope, man. Yeah, and the Cyclops poem too, you did so amazing with it, man. Like,
I
yeah, thanks for
appreciate you
coming,
all.
man. All right, so coming up next, we got Debby Segal. Debbie, what you got for us?
Oh, thanks. This is so wonderful to be here with everybody. I'm going to read a little bit more than I usually do since we're not so crowded, I guess. This is some stuff I haven't shared with anybody because it may be kind of rough. Nostalgia. We have destroyed it, they say smugly. The dream is suffocating, standing around waiting. Every child knows how I came to know, as my hand was slapped, standing around waiting. We are not responsible, they say smugly. And this one is called Let's Pretend. We go way back. A friend promised a friend who looked a lot like a younger you in the way back days, between friends, beyond friends. It was bad to be good, little piggy from the hood. We came up or we died. Memories lied. Perspective shifts, razor blade glints, mirror shades lift. We were shitty kids thinking we were witty, pretty funny. We named each other street names, all through town, tagging walls, carving benches, defacing wet cement. We were Frenchy, Iggy, Noonie, Piggy, privileged rebels from the hood, pretend hoods playing head games. And this one I think I'll end with, and it's called Doppelganger. Wheels of words, pouring, swirling, waters on embers, sweeping by a dark mist. I saw a friend who looked a lot like you. I ask, what defines something? Outer limits, degree of distinction, clarity of presentation. Watchful anticipation to prove the existence of a poet in the time of Zoom, in the time of the cloud. Thanks.
Yo, thank you, everybody. Unmute yourselves and give it up for
Wow.
Debbie.
Debbie, that was so beautiful.
Awesome. Awesome. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautifully.
Yes. Yes.
It was like a look into your life, a piece of it. That was really cool. Thank you.
Yeah, what defines a person, I thought was such a beautiful, understated line, a terrifying kind of line. And then you followed it up with all the questions about Zoom and, what
Yeah.
aren't anymore. That was just sick.
Yeah, thank you so much, Debbie. We love you. We appreciate you. And Hayes, We love you and appreciate you too. Welcome back. Welcome home.
Thank you.
If you could bless us with a poem, I'd really appreciate it.
I'd love to. All right, let's see. So this is an old poem that I finally am like getting back out and trying to kind of fix. So kind of two things about it. I dated two women named Megan, so it's named Second Megan. I don't really know about the title, but it also, I sort of like it, so I don't really know what to make of it yet, but that's what it's titled right now. And then also, you'll notice that I'm in near darkness over here. This is my natural habitat. I have terrible light sensitivity, and it's probably from, if anything, it's maybe from Sjogren's syndrome. So I got diagnosed with recently, which is like a mild autoimmune thing, but yeah, so Sjogren's is in this, and that's what that is. So I shall proceed from the darkness here. All right. Second Megan. I've attained an affinity for stillness, too rich in my unorbit to flail for really anything. Kingly, newly dethroned, diminished but uncorded, undiminished. You are a wicked good dream. Sjogren's ate the Icarus off the nerves of my eyes and ears. Motion for filament to appear. So I bought the darkness with one hand and smeared it on the floor in a circle around me. People inspire, people proclaim, people scurry about, plow the earth, look under rocks, scan supermarket aisles, slide their hopes into a little jewelry box by the bedside at night, duct tape a shotgun under the table for the barkeep. Last year, I put a coat on a man sleeping in Yerba Buena Park, went back to tuck him in, and he asked me in broad daylight what time it was, and I still don't know. Motion for filament to appear. Thank you.
Ooh, hey, everybody, so deep. Everybody, unmute yourself and give it up for Hayes.
Oh wow, wow,
Yeah.
damn, beautiful. That was beautiful, man.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
That was absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for making yourself vulnerable. Having been through cancer, I know what it's like to have a disease you did not plan for invade your body and change the course of your life. And so thank you for making yourself so vulnerable and trusting us with that. It was beautiful.
Oh, thank you for sharing that as well. I mean, yeah, Sjogren's is nothing close to cancer. It's a pain in the ass, but it's a thing. But yes, thank you for sharing and thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, you inspired Catalyst to dig a deep tunnel in our mountain and have a whole underground world that you can run, because your light sensitivities will be nice and like dim lights. We'll have, cool aquifers, and build a whole. Yeah, we're inspired now. Low lights too, man. My buddy says too, they're too loud. Yeah, they're too loud. But yeah, you're not too loud. You could always be louder. We love you. Welcome back. Welcome home.
Thank you, bro.
Coming up next, we've got Nemo Sum. Nemo.
Hey, it's great to be here tonight. That always sounds sorry, I've been trying to turn the commentary track off recently. So on a serious note, suicide rates peak on New Year's Day. So check on your friends. And if you feel like you need help, please ask for it.
We'll be here Monday. For Magus will be hosting with my wife on Monday, so New Year's Day. Instead
Yeah.
of killing yourself, come read us some poetry instead.
And is it 9 what's there's a
8
new
o'clock. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock
No, I'm
Monday.
sorry. The suicide helpline is now it's 988.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I've called that number many times. Yeah.
You're very helpful and very
But when you
kind.
call them too many times, they go like, "You need a therapist. We can't just."
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, why? I got free therapy right here. Put me
They're
on.
like, I've called them, they're like, "Are you gonna do it right now?" And I'm like, "No, but I've been thinking about it." And they're like, "Well, fuck off then."
Yeah, well, don't.
Not in so many words, but
I
yeah.
mean, really, that's a permanent solution to what's normally, usually 99% of the time, a temporary problem. So thanks for mentioning that, Nemo.
Yeah,
My
988
father
is
had
We're
committed
here for you.
suicide, and quite a few of my friends, and I've attempted it a few times too. And I could say today I don't really feel very suicidal, although I am depressed from time to time. I think I've got over that for the most part. So yeah,
Well, for me, the truth is that I actually want to live life, but I actually am receiving counseling because I have what's called thanatophobia, which is the irrational fear of my own death. So the reason why I'm getting counseling is that I'm getting older, I will die, but I'm just trying to not freak out about aging. And what's weird is that I'm almost 33 and I still look like a high school boy. And I'm like, how did that happen?
I know I'm almost 40 and I still look pretty young. Yeah, just stay young at
Uh-huh.
heart and just live life and love it, and you will live. You know.
People say I look 20, and then when I tell them I'm 32, they're like, "You're 32, you're crazy." Gosh. Yeah. At least I'm being
Well,
honest.
I'm almost 54 and you could be my kid.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
I know, Whisper, you look 30. You kidding me? 54. Get out of here with that. You're lying. I don't believe you.
Roof.
Yeah. All right, yeah. Nemo, if you could bless us with some words, brother, I'd greatly appreciate it.
You bet. I'm going to start with a short poem, and then I've got a micro triptych for the holiday. The woman on the phone was starting to sound upset. So when she put me on hold to find a supervisor, I hung up. I stood in silence and wondered how she couldn't see the threat. I'm not afraid of the voices who tell me to make a plan or write a letter. I hate making plans, and I love writing letters. I'm afraid of the voice that whispered when I was just a boy that I could end the suffering with what was in the kitchen drawer. For a few minutes that day, the pain had a place where it would stop. I'm scared of the voice I hear when I'm driving and crying that tells me it will all be over with a hard turn into the median. I'm afraid of the voice that spoke to me on one particularly dark day and convinced me that I could never be free except in its embrace. It scared me badly enough that I called the suicide helpline to talk to a woman who couldn't understand why I was asking for help when I didn't have a plan.
Oh, thank you.
And this is the microtriptych. My decorations are staying in the closet this year. Packed up pieces of a previous life. My childhood decorations are in a box in my mother's garage somewhere. They haven't been unpacked in 30 years. My children's tree has 20 years worth of celebrations hanging on its branches. But there aren't pictures of me in the house anymore. And I have to drive home after they've been nestled all snug in their beds. I got blown free by the explosion of another family. Or maybe I was cast out far enough that the place I lived is only a speck in the distance. Or maybe that's a tree. I never wanted to be cold again. I never thought I'd be standing on the wrong side of the glass once more, looking into what it must be like to be together. All the grass was dead, and the air was only slightly cold under a silent gray sky. I walked and I smoked. The heart in my chest was freshly broken, still all jagged edges, and I wanted to rip it out to stop it from hurting. As the sky darkened, twinkle lights fought back with their little pools of defiant color. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Unmute and give it up for Nemo. That shit was deep, bro.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yo,
really intense, revelatory, personal,
wow,
fabulous
courageous,
work. Yeah.
so brave and bold, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And,
Talk right now.
necessary.
Yeah.
It's necessary for the people to hear that.
Important work. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's important.
yes, yes. That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal.
Yeah,
You told
absolutely.
my story.
Phenomenal.
I'm not me.
Thanks.
Wow.
Yeah,
thank you.
for writing that.
Y'all,
Wow.
can I just say that I think it is so amazing that this is a room full of people who is making gallows humor, you know, about a shared experience. I mean, I did that when I had cancer, you know, like I'm the toxic avenger, you know, you can't pee in the same toilet I pee and you'll die. I mean, like, you know, sometimes we
Wow.
make humor because it's just, you know, humor is life. And
Mhm,
I
mhm.
just think every single one in this room is necessary. Like I said in that poem, you're all necessary. So while I am like amazed and in awe of your ability to poke fun, I am also fearful to lose any one of you motherfuckers.
Oh,
No,
man.
don't ever.
Damn.
Yeah, I
Mm.
tried losing myself a few times and it didn't work.
No.
We all found each other instead. You
Yep.
know, when you go to a place where you try to lose yourself, you end up finding a bunch of people that you want to be around.
Yup. Yep.
Thomas, I
So,
keep this room
like
up
I said
all
in
day
that poem too
Wednesday.
that I read for them on Monday, I said something like, "It's hard making friends as adults, but here I am. I love everyone in this
Mhm.
box." Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I appreciate all y'all. If you guys want, we can do a round two. Nemo was the last on the docket. We got about 14 people still in here. I could just copy paste, cut out the people who left, and we can rock through another set if you guys
Yeah.
want. Friday, I ain't doing nothing. You guys sticking around? Yeah.
I could do another round.
I'm
All
up.
right, let's do some more poetry.
Thomas,
do
I gotta
another
ask
round.
you and Catalyst, this is a quick question. Is there any way possible you might want to think about on New Year's Day, keeping the room open all day and letting people have some shifts? This is not an original idea that I'm suggesting here, but the Guerrilla Poets
could do
did
that.
it. And it was really great. And there's such a huge community here. I mean, I know people would love to like drop in and just spend some time, say, chill, and have people take shifts, you know?
Wow. Wow.
Definitely.
We can
Excellent
like,
We won't be
idea.
able to record the whole thing because it would take up all of our cloud recording, but we'll have it live going all day. Yeah, we'll chill. We'll have it up.
Wow.
You know, yeah, I love that idea. Yeah,
That
so
is
open
awesome.
mind,
That's an awesome
and then
idea.
we'll at 8 o'clock on New Year's Day. Well, yeah, 8 Eastern New
it's
Year's
Magus.
Day is Magus' show. So we'll have
Oh.
you know
Come in and
before
check on everybody.
yeah, well, like on the third, I say tomorrow, babe, at some or Sunday night at some point, we'll turn it on before the New Year's. We'll turn it on. We'll do a little New Year's show on
Mm.
Sunday, right? And then just leave it on all day Monday, and then at 8 we'll do
Mm.
Megas' show, and then we'll leave it on until I don't know. I wake up and I'm half naked and cut the room off and everything. But
Dude,
yeah,
like,
I think that'd be a great idea.
like sit
Mhm.
Shiva for 7 hours to say goodbye to the year, right? Sit Shiva for 7 hours together, you know?
Mm.
Hey, we sitting Shiva. Let's do it for sure.
Wow.
For sure.
Wow.
Y'all are the best.
Mm. Awesome idea.
Definitely. All right, so recording back
Same here.
on pause.
Yep. Same.
Yeah, so let's do round two.
Same here,
I figure
man.
I'll start with this little poem right here. I got. You want to hear? Hey, me and Cos gonna be working on a collab soon, and we're kicking. We've been kicking back different rhyme schemes and like flow styles and stuff. We might actually need to
Uh-huh.
record it and then like stream it because I don't know like how it's gonna work on Zoom
Mm,
because the delay and everything and the you know what I mean. Like we might have to
yeah,
record it and then like stream it
yeah.
or send the link out if whoever if this it's not streaming good. But yeah, man, I'm excited for the next year. But so I wrote this one off a prompt. I believe I was
Hello?
okay. My headphones been turning off because I got the sound coming through the speakers. So my headphones have been like,
Mm.
can y'all hear me though? My back. Yes, this is bad. You can't hear me?
No, we can't hear you very well.
All right. How about now? Let me plug them back in again. Hold on.
Now I can hear you pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So this was off a prompt that we actually did on one of the Open Minds workshops that we used to do. Nemo used to come to them. A few other Shocky would show up. And like I stopped kind of doing it because there was just a few and it wasn't that many times. But we're thinking about doing them again. But this we were thinking of proof of something, right? Proof of this, proof of life, proof of love, proof. And who was it? Sarah was like proof of existence. And I was like, huh, I like that one, proof of existence. So I came up with this little piece, existing, insisting on this reality, secretly my mentality, been pushing past the gravity, twisting bliss into mortality. Proof is not a question, it's the answer, enhancer of morality. Truth is, I'd rather be floating in space, zero normality. I stay grounded as a formality, confounded by sanity. Sounds like a man to me. I must insist. I exist on several planes. Aim at the one that I felt is the place for my fame. Brain wide open, set aside hoping knowing is the key that keeps my mind open. Broken, pieced back together with leather and brass grommets, I'm past all it. Wordsmith that has vomit in my pocket. Sprockets in my brain churns through every frame like slow motion. The notion of space-time seems to become erased once you displace the venom from your face. Let's break it down. If you insist, existing is a near miss. This place is so rare. I'm glad that you're here. It's magic. The fabric of space-time melts minds that can't process the nonsense it took to make all this conscience. I promise. Thomas be my name. My aim set to enlighten. Don't be frightened, I'm just reciting this game to raise the vibration in your brain. Take it with a grain of salt or sand, space or land. I'm just here to lend a hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. That was awesome, man. That was
Damn,
fucking
man,
awesome.
that was
Word,
shit. Was
word.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, I
yes,
got the
yes.
yay yay from
Yeah,
Catalyst in the background just now. I got the yay yay. I was
Yay,
like, all right.
yay.
Word. That's dope, man. Mm,
Yeah, I'm excited
perfect,
for this
perfect.
collab. We gonna cut it up, do me and Cozzy on a
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to see that.
yay.
I want
Yeah,
to
that's
see
gonna be good, man. And we're talking about building this really cool back and forth rhyme scheme. Do they like follow? So anyway, but that was one of proof of existence. For the second little piece, I'm gonna do I don't know. I'm gonna have Jess pick one out. I almost got enough for a book. I'm gonna release a book soon. Oh shit!
You know me. You know how it is.
All right, so I have to explain this poem to you. So, one of our favorite rappers, his name is Cambada. He has a song called THC, and he has a song called DMT and or LSD and DMT. Yeah, yeah. And then so and where he does this whole rhyme flow, but he'll use like, you know, LSD like in the rhyme scheme, but he uses filler words. But you know, psych, yeah, little strip of destiny, you know, like but he'll use ad words though, you know, to make it all flow good. And you know, with the Cyclops poem, we really constricted ourselves. So I really constricted myself to this, which I call the hero Kambata, and it follows these molecules to the letter each word. So it comes out a little awkward, but I think given the challenge, I did a pretty decent thing because when you see the chemical compound for psilocybin, you're like, what? Okay. Poho DMT. Okay. So every single word in this poem follows this and then just loops around. So it's THC MDMA LSD DMT 4, the number 4, right? It's not a letter. I can't do a word. I have to use a 4 somehow, right? And then POHO DMT, which that's the psilocybin. So it's THC MDMA LSD DMT and psilocybin, right? And it's called, yeah, this is the challenges she gives me, man. We could have released this one, but it's named after the first one, right? The hero Kambata, because he gave us the title. So THC, the hero Kambata, the hero Kambata, Mr. Divine, mystically aligned. Listen silently. Different divide mental tides. 4 photons on his one does more time. This hip cat dance magnetic trance, Lance strong arm, dive down miles of trips, 4 phantoms only hang on hoods. Don't miss this. Throw tantrums. Happy Christmas. Doing mucho thickness, lay shit dismissed, that mistry for profits on high over dense mountain tops, past tense hellion cops, mops drip many acid drops. Lenny seem diluted, Denny muted, screams for police over homes. One disagrees, divergent monkey tactics. Merchant think he cracked it. Many different molecules assembled like something different. Divided mind trembles. 4 putting omniscient hordes on display. More trouble. The high chemistry. Major dichotomy. Moving atoms. Ecstasy. Legacy. Sky dragons. Driven mind thigh. 4 piles of holy ones died. Dried my time.
Whoa. Oh, wow.
Dude.
Okay. Okay.
Dude.
Okay.
I could
Wow.
copy and paste that for
Bear says
y'all
good
to
job.
see too, but that follows that
Yeah.
exact fucking rhyme scheme and it loops over, I don't know, 1, 2,
Jesus.
3, 4, 5, 6 of the 6 times. Loops through all
Yeah,
them.
I'm
That was a
tripping
fun
pretty hard
challenge.
just off the poem.
That's too hard.
Right? I was sober when I wrote it's the best part though. Like fuck. Anyways.
Dude,
All right.
That was
it's
insane,
dude,
crazy,
wait,
ridiculous, yo.
wait. Hold on. It is arguable if you are ever technically sober. Okay,
We need a little strip that says, okay,
A little strip of destiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically sober.
Wow.
Theoretically sober.
Oh shit, you just
Right.
inspired her now, Magus. Oh, you done fucked up now. You done inspired the inspiree. The muse is amused. Alright, so
I'm
yeah,
gonna
let's
I'm
keep
gonna
it
do
so
I'm gonna do like a boomer OG little story. Like I've actually been in Bear Stanley's place here in Berkeley. Bear Stanley, where where he
the artist.
created, like he started creating window pane in a bathtub, but he became more famous for building Wall of Sound for the Grateful Dead. But I didn't actually go visit him when he was living there, but a future collective of people that began living in that same house. I went and I was dating one of the guys, and I was in there going, isn't this like Bear Stanley's place? And he was like, yeah. Well, the bathroom got remodeled, so it's not the same tub, but But that guy went on to start a dispensary. So that's my little boomer OG story.
All right, so see,
Debbie, you're so cool. That was cool.
my wife just loves you so much, man. That is cool as shit, dude. Like, fuck yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say CP just showed up in the house, y'all. So, CP, we had just started the round two. I read a little, round My Hero Can't Bottle, which actually you haven't heard yet. You're gonna have to hear this much time. Let's loop back around though. Well, CP didn't go, so CP, if you want to start off the round two for us, I would greatly appreciate it.
We could finish round one.
Oh wait, round one was finished, wasn't it? Yeah, Nemo was the last. Yeah, CP doesn't. CC doesn't. Okay, CP, yeah, it's on you, buddy. If you could bless us with some words, man, I greatly appreciate it.
No worries. Okay, the poem's opening now. I rushed my ass over to try to get here. It's pretty awesome. It's called Rule Skating. A dedication to all starfish writers. My dearest starfish reader, my figurative language has been flexing on the future as if there's a chance that the history books might forget me. Diction drenched with dope fiend crackhead junkie sweat with MacBook blood, I've been using Jesus's palm nails as digital quill feathers, often offering asphalt arrogant dope boy banner for jailhouse halo hallelujahs, as if asked to be a kilo of uncut karma, cocaine karma, slow my speech patterns across writer's blocks with no fear of red ink policing up and down my margins, left my never play it safe anti-ego imagery, piss testing my wild west rules of engagement, left the half-hearted bounty hunters after my humility heartbroken, left similes suing me for saint selling out a list of listen Lord, I'm not at a loss for words, rule learning the criticisms of literary theory, left my English professors loving me, rule-breaking, riot gear, trench coat, workaholic, street grind, and rhetoric, left the thugs loving me for life, rule skating around my brass knuckle, let's start a dragon fire faith, left the future loving the fight in me. I find the skeletons in my closet giving standing ovations for how my spine stands up without a hanger. I found that angels, alcoholics, withdrawal symptoms, Jesus turned water into wine. I found out that yearly Valentine's Day cards to Mary Magdalene granted my gifts with the love of Jesus, addicted to conversing with Marilyn Monroe over mixed drinks about how beautiful her overdose was. My Molotov cocktail catharsis stays joyriding around my halo with whiskey, just wish me well breath. Adam's apple armed with an Armageddon God gassed up these gifts so I can drive my dreams written home with the length of an I'm longing for you, Lord, finds me leveraging Lucifer's hellfire from my tongue. I find my sometimes, somehow sins, some way signing themselves up on an open mic in purgatory too much. Diction loving the no language restrictions as fuck yeah, fuck you, fuck holding back maze. I find breaking the curfew of cursing at the right time is as important as pumping the brakes on iambic, swinging wild and wide with my rhetoric. I'm the reason why the devil doesn't have wisdom teeth, clutching stanzas as if they were shotguns. I stay ready to shoot down all the fears of mine that constantly give me dirty looks. I swear, y'all, I burn a metaphor down to the ground before I let shallow waters run deeper. With lukewarm language, I swear the whole world's a stage where actors can't remember their lines. I swear love's love language is something I can stomach the lessons for, scaring the bejesus right out of me. My English professor smoked a cigarette and started confessing that, yo, May, some of your poems are as strong as the ones on my syllabus. So I started track and fielding feelings just to prove I am Kurt Cobain and Sylvia Plath's love child, scaring the devil right up out of me. Denver University's law department studied my syllabic in order to make cross-examination stronger, knowing graduate students without the right essays covering your feature will ever so humble you. Thank you, guys.
Fucking CP amazing. Unmute. Unmute. Everybody give it up for
That new
CP.
shit?
What?
Hey.
Wow.
That new shit?
Hey,
Thank you.
Yeah.
so
Is that
many
new-
lines.
Is that new shit?
Thank you.
Unreal.
So many lines.
I love the way y'all listen. Like y'all know what it takes to write, and I can appreciate y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? Because like y'all know sometimes it's difficult as fuck to
I think you got a little Cozzy Coz influence in there.
Oh, the break and then
No, just delving into the language and the words and what words are and what language is and what grammar is just you toyed with that a little more than usual, but you stayed you, and then you're fucking unbelievable. That's all I gotta say.
I'm just an extension of my inkwell. I'm just an extension of my inkwell. Like that's
one question.
Hey, that's gonna be on at the bottom of your tombstone. You're fucking unbelievable.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Did you get a nap today?
I've been up for like 36, 40 hours straight.
Oh, you need a fucking nap, man.
I had to finish a poem. Like I fucked around.
I was on the phone with this man until 3 a.m. He rolls hard. I had to tap out. He's still running.
Wow.
Like when the creation comes, the brainstorms come, listen to them fuckers or lose it. You know what I'm saying? You'll forget that
Use it or
line.
lose
You'll
it.
fucking forget it. You'll lose it. So I was afraid to go to sleep before I finished the poem. You know what I'm saying? Like
Is that the one?
Oh
Is
no,
that
that's
the
not the
one?
one. No, that's not the one.
I wanna hype Magus on Monday. So I have the honor Monday night of covering a CP Mays poem. CP graced me.
Yeah, that shit was so dope, bro. She crushed it.
And I am so happy to be able to read his work on a Monday night at Magus's show. So
it's an honor. And I'm reading yours.
If I can pull it off.
And I'm reading yours.
You gave me that one. I would have to find out if I could do it justice. But I would look at that to try. But if I don't think I'm good enough for it, I wouldn't. But I would like to look at that one.
Got you.
To cover.
Word. Thank you guys.
I'm gonna hype the fact that we have a YouTube channel. Thanks to Catalyst and Thomas, OpenMinds has a Chaos Magic YouTube channel at Chaos Magic 801 on YouTube. Check it out. You can watch.
I think I subscribe. Yeah, subscribe.
You can, right? Good on you.
That means I need to brush my hair a little better next time or something.
Oh, you're good.
Get my hair did.
I have to stop shaving to the knee. I might have to shave all of my legs down. You know what I'm saying? Like to get ready for Megan's spot. Like I might have to do that.
Can you share a video from another platform? Because I have a video on someone else's YouTube channel of me doing one of my erotic poems live on stage in Charlotte at an open mic.
You can share screen, but it depends on your internet. If it's slow, it like lags out. And
Oh no! I mean on his YouTube channel. On his
yeah. Go ahead.
YouTube channel.
Share it on to the channel.
It's a really interesting question.
Message Catalyst. She'll coordinate something. We'll link up. I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You should give it as a host of a venue. You should give that a shot because it does create the door to everyone can show up and just play a video rather than perform. And I used to love doing that until
Yeah.
one day over at New Yo, they said you can't do that. And
Maybe we do just a
I
whole night for
understand.
that. Yeah, maybe we
know, I-
do a whole night just for that.
Yeah. Something like that would work. You know, they used to have open screens. And when I lived in Boston, there was a theater. If you have a theater in your town, most little theaters have a screening room with like 50 seats, 25 seats. And they let them do an it's an open mic for you bring your little short 5-minute film. That's it. That was the whole thing. Instead of an open mic, it was called an open screen. Only saw that once. It was in Boston. It was
Yeah,
live.
that's cool.
Great idea. I made my first music video
That's cool,
on that
man.
one.
Hey y'all, I would real quick, y'all. I would really love to like cover every poet's poem, a poem of everyone here. You know what I mean? At some point, it'd be an
Well,
honor.
every Monday.
I think
Yeah,
Gustav is gonna. I think Magic is gonna do that.
Okay.
I mean,
you're
I
up
did
next.
Rumi 'cause I
So
wasn't
if
ready.
you could tell us more about the Monday magic that you got going on there, and bless us with a poem, we greatly appreciate it.
Thomas, it's Nemo and I are collabing. You know that, right?
Oh, that's right. Hold on, let me spotlight the two of you guys. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I am the host of Chaos Magic along with Catalyst. We are delighted to present Chaos Magic to you at 8 p.m. Monday nights. Right now, Nemo and I are going to do something that we have done before here, but I just fucking love doing this with you, bro. So unmute yourself and give us the title, please.
Sure. This is Neurodivergent Verses.
Follies and fallacies, defying analyses, dreams and illusions, powerful delusions. The seeds of destruction undermine your construction. Enter at your own risk. Erase the hard disk. Leave a message at the tone. Then please put down your fucking phone. Lather, rinse, repeat. Refuse to accept defeat. Stop to see the beauty around you. Don't let the bastards confound you. Believe in yourself. It's the only way. Suffer no fools and live for today. I'm neurodivergent. I'm the Godhead emergent.
Endless emergencies, pointless insurgencies. In a state of confusion, it is all a delusion. Why accept the vain seduction when all that comes is soul reduction? The vows they speak are asterisked. Your friends will all be stopped and frisked. These golems made of flesh and bone would like to buy an ice cream cone. Only with your guests replete can you hit the big delete. Someday these ties will no longer bind you. Until that day, let the good leaf unwind you. It's upside down, the acrobats say, illuminated by yesterday. I'm neurodivergent, the garbage phoenix resurgent.
Blindly following, pig-like wallowing, climb out of the sty. Don't be that guy. Put down the shit sandwich. Adopt a new plan which will help us overcome. There's no rule of thumb. Bring peace to all lovers as the UFO hovers and aliens beckon. It's true, I reckon, that love conquers all. Winter, spring, summer, fall. A plan for all seasons with no rhyme or reasons. I'm neurodivergent. My words are urgent.
Like a bird on the wing, learn to dance, learn to sing. It doesn't matter how high you fly, your body falls down the day you die. Now you're stuck in a ditch. Well, ain't that a bitch? Your comeuppance has come. You cannot say that you're stunned. It's under your covers. It starts with our mothers. The show begins in a second. To the stage, I am beckoned. These walls will fall. They'll be having a ball. The goth girls are grieving. These fields aren't Elysian. I'm neurodivergent. Ley lines convergent.
Transphobia is stupid. Arrows from Cupid pierce your heart. Now where to start? Love knows no gender. Refuse to surrender to the mindless hatred. Is nothing sacred? Feel it in your bones. For that love you Jones, try to remember January to December, all the year round. Fall into the sound of love made manifest. Trust me, it's the best. My neurodivergent love song is all right. It's never wrong.
Your line has been muted. Your rug has been scooted. Your scandalous art is coming apart. You've been on a bender, now you're stuck to a fender. Feeling raw, being naked, your flaws are paraded. On and on with their baloney, their heads are full of mascarpone. Some you chop, and some dismember. Burn it all, and smell the ember. When the drinks are finally downed, they'll find an old queen newly crowned. Thick of neck and slight of wrist, the #1 somnambulist. This neurodivergent love story has come to a close in all its glory.
The poem is done.
And we've rocked to the core.
We hope you had fun, because there ain't any more.
No more. Y'all, thank you so much. We love you guys. On mute and give it up for Nemo Sum and the Magus Gustav Sallas.
Totally understand why the Vegas love doing that. That was some
Awesome.
good love.
That was really good. I love it. Beautiful.
Awesome.
You guys did good.
Godhead emergent, neurodivergent. Yeah.
Got some real good lines in there. Shit sandwich too is good. Plant sandwich.
Sandwich, sandwich, you take it next.
Put down
Yeah, that
the
Mars
shit
Capone
sandwich.
too. That line was so good.
That was good.
All right, so coming up next, we've got CC Arshagra, and you said that you had some new lyric you wanted to play, but I told you to play my mom to sleep, and look, she just put her heart out, so she's still awake. You're gonna have to play her to sleep somehow.
No, I think
Or do the new line you're doing. Wake her up. Do whatever you.
No, the new one is gonna have to wait because I've been working in the background. I've been listening, and you guys went heavy on life and death and suicide and so this is.
Oh, give me that live.
I think I will not die today is what the
Yes.
is what the calling for. I think it's calling for this one here. So
That
yeah,
is one of my favorite
'Cause
songs.
It's a really weird thing because there was a point in my life, and I'll tell this little story and play the song, that I was in a relationship with somebody who was abused as a child, and then again when they were a teenager, and then her mother married the man when her father died, and she became a survivor teacher, and after that, I used to go to a ton of open mics. And all of a sudden, after open mics, I wrote this song, this poem, and it was called Daddy's Little Candy Secret. It was about sexual abuse. And in the next 2 years, I would say no less than 20 women sat me down and came out and said to me that they never said this out loud before and that they were abused as a kid because of that poem. And it lasted about 2 years. Then later on in life, the different morphed version of it where people knew I was deep and trippy and shit. So they used to call me when they wanted to kill themselves. And I used to get about a phone call a week. And I never joined the hotline because I don't fuck around. Because when I was a cab driver, people used to get into my cab and say, take me to the Tobin Bridge. Now, if you ever lived in Boston and you know what the Tobin Bridge is, there's nothing in the middle of the Tobin Bridge but a big fucking drop. And I used to drive them around for a couple hours and get out, you know? And that was my thing. And so there's this side of me that people call me when they're ready to, check out. And I said, like that sign in Lean On Me where he takes the kid up to the roof. I love that fucking movie and that scene. If you ever want to watch Lean On Me. And then I wrote this during the time my brother just killed himself over the summer, which is a long and dark story that goes way, way, way back. But during that time, I took this old song and I was literally writing this and I didn't know that was going on. So here's I Think I Will Not Die Today. I think I will not die today. Oh, I just may melt away into a dream that's here to say, love, stay, and I'll stay with you. I think I will not die today. Though I just might cry today, and yes, my tears may fall to see love freed from all the harmful thoughts I made. Oh, I think I will not die today. And doubt itself throws choice my way, yet it's as simple as you being here, and no one can ever own love. Oh no, I think I will not die today. As I go through no love with just my face on a stage, as bare as no one's here, where there's no reason left to leave my life. Oh, I think I will not die today. I had no idea joy could feel this way, no idea alone could fill my heart. And every exhale has no reason, and there's no one missing us. And every exhale gives voice to there is no one missing. Oh, I think I will not die today. And fear exposed just runs away, and nothing lonely fills my heart. And all I hear is laughter. Lift life up. Oh, I think I will not die today. I think I will not die today. Although I just may melt away into a dream that's here to say, love, stay, and I'll stay with you. We got a dancing Debbie going on here.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Awesome. So awesome. Beautiful, man. As always. So I love hearing you play.
Yo, he constantly says he's not a musician. How is that possible if he's one of my favorite musicians? That's one of my favorite songs. He gets on them keys and that voice kicks in and you can hear his foot hitting the ground, and even over, like I could imagine sitting in the room with him right now would just be absolutely amazing. CC, we love you. Thank you so much for sharing that piece with us.
CC, I want to say that myself and some of my friends have been our lives have been saved by cab drivers. Literally, and no exaggeration. Cab drivers are like superheroes and just so important. Oh my God, I didn't know you were a cab driver. Like, that explains so much. I love you.
I love you
Yes,
too.
man,
10
across the
years,
street
10
was-
years in the cab,
10
and
years.
then 10 years driving horse carriage after that.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
In
That's cool.
Boston. So
Yeah.
rescue horses, yeah, that was a trippy. How I fell into that trippy job, but it was
Yeah,
a good. It's good. It's good for a poet's life. I used to make $8,000 to $12,000 a year, and I had more money than my friends with 80 and 60, and they were in debt with coke habits.
Yeah, right. And you were making art
I was
and
living. I was
changing
living
lives and
large.
just making.
Yeah.
You was out there living it up. Um,
Yeah.
speaking of
Life.
living it up, our next performer, Parquillian, definitely is living it up. Through all sorts of art. Parquillian, if you could unmute yourself and share some more art with us, I would greatly appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Martin, woo!
Yeah, I thought I'd show another poem from another different workshop this week. So this is just a couple days old here. This is called, so far, it's called Refraction. How to get another stone in my shoe, a jagged pebble poking through the sole of my sock, abrading the sole of my foot, the ball and the gaping hole that mars my sock down by the heel. I stop to remove this stone that I feel attacking my skin like a tooth or a nail. I take off my shoe and my sense of scale is challenged again as I find the stone that felt like a boulder grinding against bone. It's really just a grain of sand that nearly tumbles from my hand, a fragment of quartz that sparkles in the light, a new perspective for my fading sight. Thank you very much.
Feels, I am the same way. I don't care if it's a grain of sand or a boulder. Like, oh, no,
That is
that was
so
beautifully descriptive. Yeah, unmute and give it up for Parquillian.
there was
Thank you.
such a beautifully restrained sense of emotion in that. It was just lovely.
Yeah,
Really
and the
beautiful.
delivery as well. Just do you have another piece you could share? Another small piece? Appreciate it.
Let me see if I can find one real quick here. Well, let's see here. This is one that I don't think of as finished yet, but it's another poem about my father, whose 100th birthday really would have been yesterday. So this is My Father the Fox. Let me see if I can improve my mic here. My father thought he was a fox, or so the daughter of the woman who was his younger sister once told mine, though not the animalistic kind, but the founder of the Quaker faith, who preached with fire and went by George. He told me tales of the Quaker camp where he had walked through Clifton Gorge that held the path to the swimming hole, where he would swim to his heart's delight with Gordon Warren, a lifelong friend, who turned curly maple into bowls, more gorgeous than those where Dad once worked another camp in the Wisconsin dells, where he made salad for thousands of souls, and took me to see the fading light of sunset over Cuba's lake, a sleepy town that brought to mind the verdant shore of New Hope Neck, where many of our ancestors defined our story by the Albemarle Sound, till Grandpa's father moved out west to join Quakers' friends, Indiana's frontier. One day we walked into the woods between the home where he now lived and silent stones of the meeting house, where ancestors met amid the pews, then settled down to reminisce, revealing long-held secret truths with tales of ectoplasmic shocks that summer he taught at Scattergood, reminding me of late-night talks on states of matter pouring forth like fur projected from the tail of a fox as solar winds bombard the earth. Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. And that's not finished. Oh my gosh, I want to.
Wow.
That was
Well,
amazing.
it's just
Wow.
bringing up so many memories of my father, and I'm like, I gotta fit another one in there. Where's it gonna go?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that is, yeah, that is an amazing piece of art.
Yeah,
And the
tremendous
history of
work.
it. Yeah, just wow, everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for Parkillian.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been
Wow, so
trying to write a
beautiful.
song, a poem about my father's
Wonderful.
passed on 7 years ago, and this is the first one that's come toward completion. Thank you again.
Beautiful, beautiful delivery, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I love hearing you read.
Well, I've been really learning a lot from going to these open mics the last few years. It's like, okay, I need to just sit there and feel into what these people are saying and how they're saying it, and realize that that's in me too. If I could just step into it.
Well, like CC says, the poem will speak for itself. Like if you write it,
Right.
like just let the poem, let it out, Like the poem will really speak for itself, and it speaks through you. We're all kind of connected to the same muse and that same vibe. And our next performer is very connected to this vibe, and connected so much that next Friday we're gonna start the new year with the ABCs, Cozzy Coz. Your lexicon and vocab is vernacular. I mean spectacular, simply insane, cosmic. You blow my brain. If you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. You're too kind. You're too kind, man. All right. So, I thought I would try something different, something that I actually have never done before. I can't believe this, that I've never tried this before. I mean, I've written love poems before, but this is a little bit different. I thought I tried something risque. And we're all adults. So, this one is titled Dirty Dalliance. You lay vulnerably helpless to the cardinal desires you stoically suppress, secretly starving to have them sadistically satiated. I know all of this only because your body just cannot tell a lie. You exercise the futility of trying to fantasize the frustration away because your vexation proceeds to prevail, so you simply just inhale, then exhale. You concede to the vanity of your efforts and finally vanquish your lustful hopes. But then, defiantly, your wanton wind blows the breeze of me into your room's gratuitous ambiance, through the open windows of your sacredly salacious secrets, pervasively permeating all throughout your areolic aura as I intimately infiltrate the naughty nooks of your cunnilingual crannies, cracks, and crevices. I inhale your effervescence, which elevates my nature. Your swaying cilia graze the goosebumps of your blushing cheeks, forcing your toes to curl, unable to unfurl. Your sultry shame says no, but the cumcastic cravings of your sinewy anatomy sweetly surrender to the stubborn concedings of your reluctant pantings. Our bodies' contours conform together like two bowls of soup du jour, as I sip yours. Then I embrace the taste of your delectable grace. My eyes race to hold you for as long as they can. You make me love being the man. I lick your finger-lickingly moist frosting until you're infinitely lost in space. Crossing your state lines, I'll toss your grapes off of the vine and drink the wines from your heavenly place. And then I thrust. My aching anatomy effortlessly enters your tastily trembling body as I brazenly break the plane of your pleasurably pulsating punani. And now we dance, undulating the horizontal ebb and flow of, oh yes, no, please don't, Stop. I mean, no. I mean, yes, please. I mean, oh my God, Coz. Whoa. Whoa. Thank you.
Oh shit, man. I had to go stand out in the snow and listen to that one. It was too hot. I had to get in the
Y'all, I can't.
barefoot in the snow for that one. Everybody on mute, give it up for Cozzy
Husband
Coz.
now and jump his bones. Excuse me, y'all.
There's one word in there that you made up that was just too much. What it was, I don't know what it was.
That's all I'm saying. I gotta go
My
smoke.
jaw is hanging off my face.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You forgot the part where you fell off the bed and started laughing. No, you gotta. That would have been. Right. That's what I was with it. All of a sudden, you fell off the bed and because I love that laughter at the end. I mean, it's so good. You fall off the bed. I mean, that's it.
Right? No, that one is real good. You know what I mean?
That's a good one.
Thank you so much.
Definitely.
That was
Thank
fun.
you too, Cozzy Coz. Yeah, thanks for sharing that.
And I understand the pros and cons of soft porn poetry.
All right, coming up next.
You can go there. You don't want to stay there too long.
Coming up next, though, we got Whisper Poet. Whisper Poet, if you could dry yourself up real quick now. If you could bless us with some words, I'll greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm a very competitive person, and I had planned something completely different, but some challenge just got thrown down, and I'm coming after it, Coz. I'm coming after it. Okay. Here we go. This is called Anatomy of an Orgasm. Okay. It starts with your eyes, the way you look at me. I see in them the intention to bring about my complete destruction. Your eyes show me what you want. Your eyes show me what you need. Me. My body is attuned to you. It hums with energy and anticipation as you enter my space. Come close to me. I want your scent in my nose. Press the heat of you against me. My fingers, eager to explore. Your fingers digging into my hips. Kiss me. Your mouth invites me to dance. Slowly, leisurely. No hurry here. Our tongues glide and sensuously slide. Squeeze my ass. Pull me close. Let me feel your heart pounding. Let me see the need in you to possess every inch of what I am aching for you to take. Undress me. Make me ready. And when you're ready, lead me, guide me, direct me. Tell me to lie down. Look at me. Worship me with your eyes. Follow with your hands. Those hands that make me ache. Let me feel your reverence, the heated intensity of your fingertips. Brush them against every tender place. My lips, throat, breasts, nipples, between my thighs, delve and press. Explore me full of greed. I'm overcome with the need to taste. Upon the tip of your throbbing cock, the beat of your lust, give me your mouth. I demand your fingers. I will accept no less than every inch of you inside me. Wet, aching, needing, pleading for you to please, please, please fuck me. Fuck me slow and deep and long and hard, every stroke hitting the center of my soul, every thrust a promise that I am yours and you are mine and you will give me everything I want, everything I need. You will show me more than I can imagine. You will take me beyond myself to a place where we are pure light and heat. Fuck me faster, harder, give me your sweat. as the wet of my pussy devours you. See my eyes roll back, smell the heat of my flesh. Feel the flood of my lust as I wrap my legs around you and scream your name as if you are my maker, my creator, my master, my daddy, my lover, my man, my everything. Hold me. Kiss me. Wipe the tears from my cheeks and tell me you love me as you fill me with your cum, hot and thick, the essence of our bodies, the glue that binds us together as we breathe each other in. Complete. Whisper.
God damn!
My lord.
Yo, she's like, I'm kind of competitive. You came in with the kill shot. Cause the whole time was
I
like,
win.
Yeah,
oh, you won.
You win.
Wow. What an amazing 1-2 punch.
Wow. Yo, you got that. You got that. You got that. You got that.
Yeah.
You got that.
I don't know how many of you guys back in the day there on around Valentine's Day there was always a love poetry night, and it was one of the nights where the venues would fill up pretty heavy. And
Yeah, right.
and then there were kids that would come along, and 20-somethings and 30-somethings, and when you heard the range of ages do their erotic poetry, then there was this one guy, I forget, it was called Air Hockey Wife. He did it with his poem. It was a friend of mine, Edge. But the most interesting one that out of all that is like somebody got up after they read a kid read a poem, and they said, you know, it cost $200,000 to raise a kid, and he got down and left the stage.
Yeah, 200 for the first year. Fucking hit that. That's hilarious.
It's like, I mean, it was got the whole room burst out laughing because it was a terrible thing to do because everybody was sweating and coming all over the fucking pages and stages and mics, and all of a sudden that guy got up and just said that one little line and got down. I just thought that was worth sharing because because you're not 20 forever, but it's good. It's better than pump, squirt, roll over, and snore. We have a job to do.
Whisper poet, that was hot.
It was. Thank you so much for that piece, Whisper. Coming up next, we got Zach. Welcome back. Welcome home. Can you? I'm not gonna. I don't like doing creative control, but can you bring us out of this sticky place that, like, where I'm sticking to the walls in here and shit's been.
You're the one who said coming up next.
See, I said coming up there. I fucked it up. I brought this upon myself.
Born 9 months after today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Zach, if you could bless us with some words, brother, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I do feel like I need to go have a smoke before I do this after the last two, though. But yeah, no, I'll try and wind it down a little bit. All right. In the words of Buddy Wakefield, I was nosedive, a pilot out of control, greeting the earth face first, reverberating my reality relentlessly, again, stuck in a loop of self-destruction, searching for a healing tonic found only within my veins. Yet today is a good day to die, and an even better day to live. Feeling freedom from the unknown, walking into the darkness so I might appreciate the light once more. It's all it takes. Embraced by a glow, my cold bones will shiver no more. I have held enough darkness to this flesh. My roots have stretched deep, and I've danced with angels in the dirt. Now I break the surface. Reaching towards light, I will quote once more Jung. In order for a tree to reach heaven, its roots must first reach hell. Well, the devil and I became close friends, and he just said to me, go home.
Shit, I love that ending line. So, you got
You
another
have
one?
beautiful wordplay.
Yeah, I got one more for you. Thank you. Let's see. I cut pounds of my flesh, left them like breadcrumbs so I might one day find way back to me. Stumbling backwards through a storm drain, washed out and polluted, the main line beckoning transient tribulations, better than these corporate complications. Staring at the sewer grate, wondering if maybe the turtles are just running late. I just can't help to hope that the heart can keep pace. These boots don't end, and the blood thicker than pride. Those lashings I'll take with a smile. They can't give it worse than I've given myself. Just let me bleed, heap and pile, vinegar and piss. I'd like to see them try. I'll keep on. Oh, I'll keep on. Blistered feet and all. I'll keep it on.
Yo, everybody on mute, give it up for Zach.
Damn, man. Wow.
Yeah, Zach. Yeah.
I remember you from the old world. My wife.
Wonderful.
Woohoo!
One of us. One of us.
One of us. Yeah, that's why I say welcome home and welcome back.
Welcome back. Yeah.
All right, so coming up next, we've got Debby Segal. Debbie, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I'll greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. Oh, I'm going to be digging into my little book of monologues that was a self-published project I did like 2022. Next year, I'll have a new project that I'll be sharing with you. And I thought this would be a fun one. Basically, it's dovetailing off of the mental health conversation we were having. This is a character confessing a strange experience. Got to take myself off big head view. And it's called My Bifocals, or Kant. I lost my mind and found reason with a capital R. That's literally what happened when I had a crack up, a breakdown. I had gone off my meds and spiraled into a manic episode. To tell the God's honest truth, I thought TV commercials were instructing me to stay awake and stop eating. If you saw me that day, you'd have assumed I was on something, speed or whatever the vintage uppers were on the black market that year. The cops were called. Neighbors wondered why I was digging a hole in the front yard with a soup spoon at 5 a.m. and had been at it since 5 p.m. the evening before. It's basically all a blur to me now. I wound up hospitalized on a 48-hour hold to see if I was a danger to myself or others. I only remember clearly requesting to hold on to my bifocals, the glasses I use for reading as well as long-distance sight. They took all my possessions, wallet, watch, shoes, locked them up, locked me up. I had no choice. I was 5150'd. I was subsequently let out, cleared, way before the 48 hours. The poor shrink, the one guy on duty to evaluate all of us, sure had some real nutcases to assess. Folks who had just thrown themselves off buildings, only to wind up with all the bones in their feet broken and stuff like that. He didn't need to spend much time with me. Are you going to harm yourself? No? Okay, you're cleared. Looking back on that experience, one thing stands out. A hipster guy with a handlebar mustache and short, messy hair. He was passed out on the rubber couch, dead to the world, for the entire 12 hours I spent there. Clutched in his hand was a book by Kant called Critique of Pure Reason. I don't know why, but at some point in the middle of that 5150 hold, I pried it from his hand. He didn't react. He was sedated. I mean, he didn't move for 12 hours. It seems there had been a good reason to keep my prescription glasses on hand. That book. It is a critique of reason by reason itself. You see, free rational inquiry happens to support all essential human interests. Modern science reconciled with morality and religion. The possibility of a priori knowledge about a world that is entirely independent of the human mind. Entirely independent of the human mind? Ah, Kant. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Unmute yourself and give it up for Debbie.
That was incredible, Debbie. Incredible.
Awesome.
work,
Job.
Debbie.
Buy that book.
Fantastic.
Hold it up again, Debbie. Tell us where we can get it.
That's okay. I'm gonna be promoting my new one. Like this one, I'm happy I broke even on and stuff, but you know, I'll drop my link to Amazon.
Just link us to everything you can link to. We want to link it up with you. We love you. My wife goes, "This is the sign for cool." The question, like, you're so cool. ASL sign for cool. Yeah, we're gonna see you soon once we hit the road, man. When we take the show on the road, we're gonna see you. We'll definitely.
And I'll take you on the tour of all the psychedelic places. Like I said,
yeah.
you know them all.
Nice. I think I'm gonna eat. Yeah. All right, so coming up next, so we've got Hayes. Welcome back, welcome home. I don't know if your camera's off or if you just went that dark. But if you could
No,
unmute
I think
yourself
I'm
and
just
bless us
that
with some
dark
words,
right
I'd
now.
appreciate it.
Is it that dark? Yeah, it's really that dark.
Yeah, we can't see. It's that dark. Like you went into the darkness.
Or did I cover up my thing? Oh, I did cover up.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there he is. There you are. You're
You can
beautiful,
see me
man.
so clearly now, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me see. Hold on. Where was my thing? All right. This is a messy thing I'm still working on. It's called Alabaster Concussion. 12 heads bend. Old monks liquefying the past into reeds and parchments, shaking the lime onto each tomb gently. The cracks of the past loosen the tips of their sleeves. Peer in. Out flops this thing, this alabaster concussion of this now, this referendum pressed up against the blurred window pane of this now. I bled against the devils of lead, the concrete symposium. Succulence stultifying the moon. Where is the sky gone? The sky gone clouds, the dreams resting in their bassinets, every compulsion done. Thank you.
Thank you, Hayes. That was amazing. Everybody, if you could unmute yourself and give it up for Hayes.
Wow.
And do you have a book, Hayes? My wife wants to know.
And out of the darkness comes brilliant.
Yeah, from darkness comes.
The darkness helps. No, I don't have a book yet. Thank you, though. I'm working on it.
Hey, I haven't made one yet either. I think I'm almost there.
That was.
Let's see how it goes.
That was good. My phone rang. I had to go deal with it. I missed Debbie. I'm gonna have to watch the rerun on this.
All right, so coming up next, we've got Nemo Sum. Nemo, if you could bless us with words, anything you got. Like, actually, you know what? I don't even have to ask you to bless us with words because you've blessed me with a friendship that I know will always be there. And for that, I'm truly grateful. So anything you read, I'm absolutely just going to love and enjoy just because it's coming from you.
Oh, likewise. I'm going to read a a micro triptych, which is 3 thematically connected micro poems. The Lord of Wrong wants to be worshipped. My head bowed as his ice cold drool drips down the back of my neck. And there's some part of me that must want it, need it, because here I am at his feet, pressing my bloody face into the gravel once again. Sad King John looks out onto his court and finds the eyes of his Grand Vizier, who wants more than anything to get away to another court where he can be a winner on a winning team. He's a Grand Vizier after all. The jester, festooned in colors whose job it is to make it hurt, knows he isn't funny because he just says what he sees. Here is the general who is trying to amass enough strength to finally take all these decorations down. The nurse who soothes his majesty with her promises, but she's still just a little girl herself and doesn't know what to say. I drove to the farthest reaches of the city of my mind, past the snarl of traffic, the incessant honking of horns, the bright lights and smoke and fumes. I stood on the very edge of the great disk, and I peered over. Thank you.
What did you see? When you peered over, what did you see?
Yeah, that was.
Is it better to go off the deep edge or to just peer over? That's
right, like fuck, that just left. That was
one of the
intense,
few
man.
psychedelic experiences that I've had. And I felt as if I was taken to the edge of myself, and I got to look over into a space that I did not affect. And at that time in my life, that I needed that. I needed to know that my problems weren't cosmic, you know? I needed to see that they didn't affect everything. So yeah, that was a really powerful experience for me.
Wow.
So maybe
And the
someday I'll
poem
figure
yeah,
out how to
that
put
was
that into that poem. But
yeah.
you know, what I saw over the edge was my limit, and
Wow.
I needed that.
Wow.
Y'all, I gotta brag on this dude, right? Because like sometimes we play a game where I give him numbers and he reads me the corresponding poem. And every single one of them is so brilliant and so amazing. It's like ordering poetry from a 4-star Michelin menu. It's unreal.
That's what I do with Catalyst. We do the word game. I'll say a word and she'll just boop and bust out the thing. But I like the number one too, because you can just shout out any numbers. That's dope, man. We're definitely gonna stop by and see y'all too on our trip, but it sucks you guys are in the East Coast. We're starting from the West Coast around. Yo, we should. Where's Gustav at? He said, "Hey Gustav, we should feature this guy Nemo. He's really good. We should feature him."
You guys better come to North Carolina. I mean, like
We're gonna stop by. We're going through the whole South, Mama. We got you.
Nice.
Got you. Trust that. I got
Nice.
family in Georgia, North Carolina.
Is anybody in the Northeast here? Connecticut, Mass?
We'll be passing through there.
You're coming through Connecticut?
Yeah, and Philly, we're going to see Coz. We're going. Yeah, this is a very large pre-warning. We're gonna get an RV and drive to everyone and do the show from your house one Friday night. I don't know when it's gonna be. We're gonna have a thing set up, but we're gonna take OpenMinds on the
Hold you to that, Thomas.
from
You
your
stay here. You
RV
stay here, yeah.
be in the front yard or from within your dwelling, depending on how many cops are involved. You know, like
I'm gonna
we're
hold
gonna
you to
do the
that.
show at your house. You know,
Yeah.
one Friday out of the Friday as we make our way across the country and meeting new interesting people, of course, with podcasts and such. We're gonna really, yeah, that's our goal. We're gonna really open my eyes up.
Yo,
So
I actually would have a art
Gotta
center across the street, like a place, a space for us to use. Like if you let me know, I can actually talk to the people and we can have partially an in-person when you come here.
Nice.
oh, that would be cool, dude.
Yeah,
Like the hybrid ones, like they do at New York and stuff, where it's like
we
in
can do it.
person, and then we'll project onto a screen, the Zoom, and
We've got all the features of that here. across
and
the-
DC too. Oh, for sure, yeah, we'll be hitting through DC, yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a good time. We're gonna start on the West Coast though, and come around this way, and then down all the way down to South Florida, and all the way up the East Coast zigzagging, and all the way up through back through Saskatchewan, Canada. Like we're gonna loop around. So yeah, it's gonna be a trip. So
Dude, have you ever ridden in a Model T?
yes.
Oh damn, it's not a new experience. I was gonna
But guess
say.
what? Guess what? The engine wasn't running. The engine wasn't running, but I was in it and it was moving. If that counts.
I will take you in one that actually drives.
Fuck yeah, that'll be so cool. Hell yeah.
Can't wait. Awesome.
Yeah, the one I had an engine, it didn't run. Yeah, it rolled. Yeah. All right, so yeah, we can end the show now, or if you guys want to go for a little round 3, we could do that.
Let's keep rolling.
All right. So give me a number then.
It's better than Word. I like it.
225.
225. I don't think I have that many documents in. No, I don't think I have that many. Remember, I just started this last year.
Okay.
25, she says. Oh, a little more than that. Oh, hey, Zal. Peace, we love you.
101.
All right, 101. How would I find out what 101? How about I just go like this and then my wife taps the screen?
I got it.
It's
Orange.
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 Orange. Okay. Orange. Oh, you know what? We've had a brown Christmas, so this is a poem that I wrote inspired by fall. I grew up in South Florida, so it was green just all year round. Never seen the colors change on the trees. Peace out, Cozzy, love you, bro. Yeah, this one's orange. I'm amazed by the shapes the color orange arranges in my brain. It's safe to say it displays warmth and zest, like a sunbeam on a quest. Some dreams that never left, swarmed by autumn leaves, formed by foreign beliefs. This hue will do. It renews chill vibes in my mind as I chew through citrus fruit plucked from the sky. In autumn's embrace, it pains the trees. The leaves dancing traced by an orange breeze, it seems to ignite the sky with a fire, a burning desire. Mystic and twisted tendrils fill my vision. It sticks to my simplistic linguistic precision. Orange, you challenge my rhyme scheme. Time seems to slow while embraced in your glow. I taste the sweetness in my eyes every time you start to shine. When faced with a decision, you'll always be mine. Orange is my favorite color.
Love the flow of that. Love the flow of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that
Woohoo!
makes me
Wonderful.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Yeah.
So that kind of reminds me. I wanna read one about South Florida that I wrote, if I can find it, because I grew up where it was. Oh yeah, My Place in the Sun. It's called. Culturally diverse, merging slang words, wonderfully transverse, urging things heard. This place I hail from is so unique in its ways. I miss the taste of oxtail from around the way, fried chicken from the gas station. Such a delectable sensation. Temptations lingers, narration sideways from a street singer. Expectations, drinkers, gestation of our ways. Whispers from strippers kept their minds sane. Sunshine all day, everywhere, every time in this beautiful place that I call mine, where I used to roam. It's been so long. I miss the palm trees and the summer sun. For South Florida is my true home. So much fun. And memories bleed out in these streets. Treats unseen by the tourists from the beach. I miss this place, but I'll always keep a bit of sand in my mind for the rest of time. A place to go when I dream. Deep sleep. Far away from an unknown time. Thomas OpenMinds. Thank y'all for showing up. Fucking love y'all. Been amazing. We will see you on Monday and Friday, and the Monday and Friday after that for the whole next year. We love you, and hopefully we'll come see you in person soon too. Thanks for sticking around. If you guys want to unmute yourselves and give it up for everybody in the room,
Oh,
I
man,
really
love
appreciate it.
everyone.
What a wonderful evening.
I gotta apologize for jumping on this. My friend Joe Young, who's an amazing man, who's Hartford Got Talent. He goes all the way back. He's the very first person to believe in my art when I was like 20. One of my children's songs he brought into the Hartford school said it's his birthday, and Snoop Dogg just put one. He's got a comic book about a time traveling black kid that's just come out called Kemet. And Snoop Dogg put that post on his thing. He's got 82 million viewers. And that's why I got dragged away. So I apologize for being a little rude there. But I had to say, hey, it's his
That's cool,
birthday.
man. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of
Congratulations
us.
from everyone at OpenMinds, man. Yeah.
One of us, you know.
It's cool, man.
All right.
Good night, y'all. We love you.
Good night. Yeah.
Good night. See you Monday.
See you on Monday, Magus.
See you Monday.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.